I'm going to call this regularly scheduled meeting of the Executive Committee to order. I'm Councilmember Johnson, joined by Councilmember Glidden, Councilmember Gordon, and Councilmember Reich. Mayor Hodges is unable to attend today, so I'll be chairing the meeting. The first item on the agenda that we have is a discussion item, and it's a interim designation for the CPED director. Someone want to speak to that, or Mr. Hecker?
Thank you, Madam Chair, members of the committee. Yes, so the intent of this interim designation is to cover the time period it's going to take for us to conduct interviews and select a nominee and onboard that person. I thought I could give you a brief update on the status of that. We actually have our candidate review with the search committee this coming Monday. We have 2 sessions scheduled for interviews of candidates that come through that process for next Wednesday and Thursday. And we hope the end of that process will result in a nominee. I think it would be our hope to be able to bring back a nominee to the next executive committee meeting on the 18th of June. I can't be sure that that's going to happen, but that's our target. Okay. Happy to stand for questions.
All right, thank you. Any questions for Mr. Hecker? Councilmember Gordon.
And the search committee includes the mayor and the chairs of community development and zoning planning?
Correct, so and Kevin Carpenter, the CFO.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you. I just will say that I've spoken to Mr. Stiles and stressed the urgency of getting this appointment going, that this is obviously a key staff leadership, that we need to have in place. So I'm pleased to hear that we've got interviews scheduled. That's great. Thank you very much. So the action in front of us is to extend the designation of Mr. Lutz as interim director of CPED and the MCDA, and it will be effective June 5th, tomorrow, and extend through September 3rd if necessary. Any discussion on that? Seeing none, all in approval say aye.
Aye.
Aye. Opposed? That carries, and continue. I want to thank Mr. Lutz for his yeoman's work, and that's part of the reason that it's so important to get this filled. He's really, I think, putting in lots and lots of hours, so it'll be good to get this filled. Next item we have on the agenda is what will be needed for a we'll need to go to a closed session, and it's closed session of the executive committee for the purposes of discussing a tentative labor agreement. So Mr. Nielsen, you want to tell us why we can close, and we'll go in there.
Council President, council members, this next item on the agenda is consideration of strategy for labor negotiations. Consideration of negotiation strategies or developments or discussion and review of labor negotiation proposals may be held in a closed session pursuant to the Minnesota Data Practices Act.
Okay.
In order to close the meeting to the public, a majority of the council committee must vote to close the meeting. And a written roll of the members and all other persons present at the closed meeting must be made available to the public after the session. The meeting must be recorded. In deciding whether to close the meeting for labor negotiation strategy, the council committee should weigh the right of the public to know what its government is doing against the need of the city to preserve the confidentiality of its labor negotiation strategy.
Okay. So motion to adjourn to 3:15 for a closed session is in order. All in approval say aye. Aye. Opposed? That carries. We are adjourned to 3:15. Thank you.